Hey guys, Mike here with We Watched Movie, and I'm talking about a movie called Standoff. I love these little tiny action movies where it's like Thomas Jane, Laurence Fishburne, the perfect kind of actors for them. You used to see movies like this back in the 80s and 90s, just movies about a small, simple story, like more thrillers and stuff like that. You just don't get those nowadays. Now, I love these little movies that come out and nobody ever talks about them. They go pretty much unknown, and that's why I get such a kick out of reviewing them. This one's called Standoff, and it makes the mistake, like a lot of these movies do, of having that bullet lettering, like Standoff, and like both of them holding guns on the cover. This is like a thriller, like emotional, almost drama with some awesome R-rated action shit launched inside of it. Shut the fuck up, Mike, and tell us what the movie's actually about. Here we go. Oh, I'm gonna fucking tell you. There's a little girl who reminded me a lot of the little girl in Southpaw. Her name is Ella Ballantyne, and she does a really good job in the movie. She's at a funeral, and this hitman comes out of the woods wearing a ski mask and just fucking people up left and right. It actually felt like a scene out of one of the Punisher comic books, to be honest with you. They're in the middle of fucking nowhere, and he chases this little girl into Thomas Jane's house. Thomas Jane's sitting there. He's an ex-vet. He's been through a whole lot of shit that I'll let the movie explain for itself. And he's actually thinking about ending it all. Like, his life is really, really shitty right now, and he's an alcoholic. He's got a million problems, and he lives in this big empty house. So the whole title Standoff comes from Thomas Jane trying to protect this little girl from this hitman out in the middle of nowhere with no help from anybody else and a gun with one bullet in it. It's a pretty badass old school throwback movie. They engage in this psychological warfare because Laurence Fishburne can't turn around the corner and come upstairs because Thomas Jane's sitting there with a gun like pointed right at it. They're both been shot, they're both bleeding, they're both running out of time. It's a great what would you do in this scenario. Like, it leaves you thinking, it's like, would I go out the window? Would I try to do this? Would I try to do that? Would I try to call for help? All those things. And the movie falls into that hole too, because one of the problems with it is the script. In certain times it goes above and beyond to cover up its own plot holes. Like, you can literally almost see them writing these certain things in the script thinking, oh well, we gotta make a reason why he can't use his cell phone. Oh, we gotta make a reason why he can't just burn the house down. And it does seem contrived at times and sometimes a little bit cheesy. But what's awesome about this movie are the old school performances from Thomas Jane and Laurence Fishburne. That's what I loved about it. Laurence Fishburne almost goes straight up Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction territory. Like, he reminded me several times of that, but he was really good. He goes maybe cheesy a couple times, but apart from that, he was really good in the film as just the hitman who doesn't give a shit about anything and has to kill this little girl because she's seen his face. Laurence Fishburne and Thomas Jane are perfect for this movie because they're both underrated badass actors. Thomas Jane, I just don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Why did these people not get better roles? Like, why are they in these fucking movies? I don't understand it. I think what happens is an actor will take a role in one of these films because they like the script or they're trying to help somebody out, and then the next thing you know, the whole industry's like, oh, we can't cast them in big movies. They're B actors now. And I think that's total horse shit. Like, these guys can act really well. But on the other hand, that's good for all of us because we get them in these genre films. And I love these little genre films. And this one's definitely worth checking out. Again, it's got some plot holes. It's got some obvious written plot holes into it. Some of the stuff is contrived. You can almost see where the director's planning to take the movie before he takes it there. It's not predictable by any means, but you can just see the reasons, the emotional pools that they're going for at certain points and things like that. It's not perfect by any means. You can tell it's like it's a little bit low budget. But apart from that, I mean, the acting performances are there. It's a movie with characters that you care about and with a badass bad guy, and those are just two things you need in a movie like this. Laurence Fishburne is a formidable opponent, and he's a badass motherfucker in this movie, and Thomas Jane's just the total guy you could root for in this movie, and he's a tough son of a bitch. And it's the Die Hard scenario a little bit, it's the Standoff scenario. Definitely worth checking out. Not perfect by any means. I give it a strong 7.5. I really enjoyed the shit out of watching this movie. So guys, let me know down below, what do you guys think about Thomas Jane as an actor? Am I missing something here? Because I think the guy's fucking good. I think Laurence Fishburne's really good, and I don't understand why they're both not in bigger films. Comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about that whole scenario. Until next time, guys, follow us at We Watched a Movie on Twitter, and if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some wham up the fuck in ya.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.